So I love face masks. It's one of my favorite things to do. I try to mask every single day. It might be excessive to some people, but I love it. I love putting them on. It's awesome. It's so much fun. And as much fun as it could be to use some higher end or pricier masks, if you're using them every day, like kind of I like to, you can go through them really quickly. So it's awesome when you find one at a lower price point that you love. That usually comes in a huge container, and you know, it's more affordable. So I'm going to talk about a bunch of masks right now that I love. Actually, there's a couple in here that I think are complete duds. Stay away, but most of them are really awesome. And they're all from the drugstore. I don't know why people complain so much about drugstore prices. The drugstore never claimed to be cheap. So people complain all the time, like the drugstore prices are getting out of control. And I'm like, prices of everything are getting out of control. Everything. Gas, Sephora, Ulta, food, organic stuff. Everything's expensive. If you want to buy it, you're going to buy it. If you don't, then don't buy it. So I don't know whoever thought the drugstore had to be cheap. For me, the drugstore isn't cheap. It's accessible. If you're going to buy it at your local drugstore, it's because it's accessible, not because it's cheap. So that's just what I think a drugstore is. If I can't find it at Walgreens, at CVS, at Rite Aid, at Duane Reade, at my grocery store down the road, then it's not the drugstore. You know, the drugstore is the place you buy your prescriptions at. They sell drug stuff. It's pharmaceutical stuff. That's the drugstore. Ulta is not the drugstore. Makeup Geek is not the drugstore. ColourPop is not drugstore. If I found it online, I'm not including it. This is literally things I found at Walgreens, an actual drugstore. So there you go. I'm not saying it's cheap stuff. I'm just saying it's accessible. There's my little rant. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. Anyway, this is one of my absolute faves. It's from Formula 1006. It's called Keep Your Cool Skin Calming Gel Mask. I'm not a big fan of gel masks because I find them a little hard to remove. It seems like you just keep wiping and your hands just keep slipping off the mask. This is outstanding. I love it. So it's gel, but it has something else to it. It feels almost like it's aerated. Not foamy, but just not all the way gel. It definitely feels like it's aerated. It sinks into your skin. It's one of those ones you put on that you just want to keep more and more. Like you just want to keep massaging it into your skin. It's so good. It's cooling. It sinks in. It's not going to feel sticky on your face. I do find it a little difficult. Not, you know what? It's not the word difficult I want to use. But you do have to rinse your face quite a bit to get this off. It's kind of like that typical gel mask, like rinse for a long time kind of thing. But I use a cognac sponge to take off most of my face masks, so maybe that's where I'm getting a little help from. But if you're using your bare hands for most of these masks, it's going to take a little bit to rinse off, just like most masks. This is awesome. It's cooling. It's soothing. Oh, it's so soothing. It's moisturizing. I love this. I would absolutely buy this again when I run out. This is great. I love this. The next one is Freeman. Freeman makes a ton of face masks for everything. They have one that's like lemon and mint or something. Lemon and mint clay that I keep wanting to find, but I can't find. I keep wanting to buy, but I can't find it. This is the clay mask, avocado and oatmeal. I was going to say ointment. Avocado and oatmeal. This is awesome. This is kind of just like this other one I just talked about where you want to just keep putting more and more in your face because it's so soothing. It says to leave it on a little longer than I think you should leave it on. Where did it say over here? Oh, you know what? It didn't say. It just said let it dry. I can't leave this on until it's all the way dry. It starts getting itchy and really tight. This is one of those clay masks that's going to feel tight as a rock on your face like cement. But it's so soothing. This is another one that's really, really soothing. I really, really enjoy using this one. And the expiration date on this one is 3 years. 3 years. If you're buying a mask in a tube this big, it's definitely going to last you that long. Even if you use it all the time. This one's awesome. This is one of those ones I recommend kind of using a tool. I know Peter Thomas Roth has one of those little silicone thingies to get your masks off. I don't think you have to buy something like that. I use a cheapy cognac sponge and I love it to take masks off with. And this is a really good one too. I love it. Next up are two complete total duds. Ew, I hate these. These are two that I keep seeing at my work. I work at Walgreens and they sell like crazy. So when I keep seeing them, I'm like, they sound awesome. I want to try them. They're from a brand called Ingredients. And no way, Jose. This is the black pepper cream mask. Doesn't that sound fun to use? It says it detoxifies, brightens, and exfoliates. It has peppermint extract, lavender extract, and pepper seed extract. I know peppermint is kind of one of those ones. Some people find it to be irritating. Some people don't. I don't find it irritating on my skin, so I don't mind using it. This was no good. It smells like it's old. It has that old school, old smell to it, and I didn't like anything about it. I could smell it on my face after I rinsed it off. I could smell it all night long. It didn't do anything for my skin. It did feel a little bit cooling, though, like towards the end. For some reason, it got cooling. But I did not like anything else about this whatsoever, so I'm definitely not going to be buying that again. I probably will have a hard time even using that whole packet up. This is another one from the same brand ingredients called the Sea Salt Cream Mask. Doesn't that sound awesome? They just sound so fun. Like this one has seawater, beeswax, and plankton extract. Smooths, cleanses, and moisturizes. This was another one that was just yucky to use. It just smelled weird. I didn't like anything about it. It didn't do anything for my face. I don't like this. I was so excited to try these two, and they were not good. No, thank you. Next up are two that I have smaller sizes of. These are both from Shea Moisture. This is a sensitive skin mud mask. This is so good. They do sell them in these smaller packets here. And this is the mud mask for sensitive skin. It has date palm and camellia extract. Peace rose oil complex. This is really good. If you have really sensitive skin, but you love using face masks, I don't have sensitive skin, so I don't particularly buy it for that reason. I just loved it. It sinks in. Like this definitely feels like a mask. It doesn't say anything on it about it, but this feels like one of those masks you could use overnight, like as a nighttime overnight moisturizer, because it sinks all the way into your skin. When you go to rinse it off, you're barely going to feel that it's there. It's awesome. It's definitely really soothing, really calming. It's moisturizing. I really like this a lot. And the other one I have from Shea Moisture is the African Black Soap Clarifying Mud Mask for blemish-prone skin. I don't have blemish-prone skin, but you know, even if you have normal skin, you have those times where your skin just feels textured. You could see all these blackheads for some reason and it just looks gross. This mask is awesome for that. The African Black Soap range from this brand is so good, especially if you have problematic skin. It's so, so good. I loved this mask. This one isn't open, but I have used it and I love it. Next up is these 3 L'Oreal face masks. I have them all here, just easier to show you. This is the Exfoliate and Refine, Purify, Mattify, and Detox, and Brighten. I love all of these. They all have the same extreme, over-the-top fragrance though. Like really strong fragrance. This one, for some reason, especially strong. It actually makes my eyes water. Like having it on before I'm able to rinse it off, my eyes were just watering everywhere. The scent is way too strong on these. They could have definitely done without that. But the masks are so good. Every single one of them is good. The Detox and Brighten one is excellent. It rinses off really easily too. The Purify and Mattify I don't use as often because I don't really have oily skin, but I do still use it because I have it. This one smells the best. It has a little eucalyptus-y scent, and it's not as strong as the other two, but this one here, the scent is so strong. But this one is also my favorite one. It's the Exfoliate and Refine. When you go to put it on, you don't feel the exfoliating parts, but when you go to rinse it off, you feel it like kind of exfoliating your face. It has little particles in it. These are so good. I absolutely love these. They did come out with a new one, a blue one that's for soothing or something. I really want to try that one because these ones are super impressive. I love them. This is one I loved so much I bought it again. It was from CVS. It's the Honeydew and Chamomile Overnight Cream Facial Mask. I loved this. It was really good. I love overnight face masks because they're usually for moisturizing. I like this a lot. It was definitely just kind of like, not the best mask I've ever used in my life, but good enough for me to purchase it again. It was really cheap. I want to say it was like 2 for $3 or something. And I liked it. It was good enough. The last 2 are from Aveeno. Actually, I have one kind of bonus one that I think I'm stretching by calling it a mask, but I'm going to mention it anyway. This one I got rid of because I just didn't like it. I didn't like it anymore. I changed my mind about it. I used to love it, but I had a sample still, so I thought I'd show you at least what it looks like. It's the Aveeno Overnight Hydrating Facial. This works excellent, and it feels excellent on the skin. I love everything else about it except the fragrance. The fragrance is so strong on this. Like, literally, my boyfriend was like, did you put lotion on? Like, you could smell it. It's so strong. I could smell it the next day. It bothers me all night long. It gives me a headache. But it does a lot of really good things for my skin, but the scent, I cannot get past it, so I just had to change my mind about it. And the other Aveeno one is the In 60 Second In Shower Facial. This is great. I love this. The only thing I don't like about this is using it on my upper lip for some reason. When I put it on my whole face and like rub it over here, it feels like I immediately am sweating. It's like, it has that waxy feel that the Aveeno lotion has. If you use that lotion, you know that feeling I'm talking about. It's like waxy or something. This has that same feeling, so if you don't like that, you might not like this. I like this a lot. It's really quick to use in the shower, and I like it a lot. It has a little bit of exfoliating to it too when you go to rinse it off that you don't notice when you're first putting it on. So I like that. The one I'm stretching it a little bit is from number 7. It's the Protect and Perfect Intense, oh no, not in, yeah it is, Intense Overnight Hand Treatment. I would consider this an overnight mask for your hands. It's awesome, it's moisturizing, it's thick, but it sinks in well. Your hands look awesome when you wake up, and I really, really like that. So there you go. Stuff I found at an actual drugstore, and hits and misses. These two here, oh no. If you like these, please tell me if I'm doing it wrong or what you like about them, because I wanted to like these, but they're just yucky. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.